Hello, hello, let's make a video in English. Today is Saturday, 2016, December 10th. It's morning. It's very nice, sunny, bright day today, and it's very cold here in Tokyo. And what I have to say, this week I have watched E.T. Extraterrestrial directed by Steven Spielberg, and also I rented a DVD of the show Bones. I'm watching the 80th season of the show Bones. What else? What else? I don't have much to say. I have started a new project at work. I'm making programming and programming in Java, JSP, using Tomcat with Oracle database. It's a it's a very large project, a relatively large project. We are migrating a node system that was written in COBOL. I don't know how to pronounce it. COBOL. I don't know. In COBOL, and now we are rewriting the entire system in Java, and that's it. It's not very interesting. Um, there are some things I didn't work before, and I have to research a little on the internet. For example, there's something called SVN, and I have to search the internet. I've never worked with SVN, and there is also something called Ajax. There's also I don't know how to work with that. Um, Even though probably I'm not going to need to change any kind of settings about these systems. Probably my focus will be on Java programming. So what else? What else? The last few days I've tried to eat oysters, buy oysters, try to find a good place to buy oysters here in Tokyo, but I cannot find a cheap place. There are many places here in Tokyo, of course, that sell oysters, but they're very expensive. Usually it's a all-you-can-eat kind of restaurant, and they're very expensive. So the cheapest option really is to buy oysters from a supermarket. That's the cheapest option, I think. And and I'm probably going to stay with that option. Try to give up looking for restaurants because restaurants are too expensive. I went to a restaurant the other day in Shibuya. I spent 3,000 yens. It's too much for a meal. I can buy oysters at local supermarket for 500 yens. So it's much cheaper to buy oysters in the supermarket and just eat at home. The problem, of course, I don't know how to prepare oysters. I'm buying raw oysters and that's it. I eat raw. But usually, if you go to a restaurant, they have all kinds of oysters. They have fried oysters and the grilled oysters, and there's lemon. There's all kinds of condiments, spices you can add to the oysters. At home, I don't have any. I don't have any spices, nothing. So I eat oysters raw with nothing, not even lemon. I don't buy lemon. But maybe that's better because then you can really taste the oyster, the real taste of the oysters. Taste the taste. I don't know how to say it. Taste, how to say it. You can really get the taste of the oysters without any spices. What else? What else? Besides that, yesterday I was walking through Akihabara in Tokyo, and from Akihabara I went walking. From Akihabara to Shibuya, I went walking all the way. It's a very long way. So went through the how it's called. I forgot the name. I just forgot the name. Yasukuni Jinja. Yasukuni Jinja. There's a Yasukuni Dori. There's a street called Yasukuni Dori, and I took that street. But then I make several turns and then end up in Shibuya. So it was a very long walk, almost 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours of walk from Akihabara to Shibuya. Walking all through the center of Tokyo. There are many, many places in Tokyo that I've never been. And I've been living in Japan, I've been living here in the Tokyo region for almost more than 20 years already. More than 20 years. And there are many, many places in Tokyo that I've never been. And I don't know. But most places, they're not that interesting. They may not be worth visiting. Even though there are some places, some new buildings, for example in Akihabara, there are interesting new buildings that were built recently, quite recently, in a few years. Quite beautiful places. There's a cathedral, Nikolai Cathedral in Akihabara. I've never been there. It's a very different. It's a Russian cathedral. It's a very completely different architecture. I've never seen the kind of architecture you never see in Japan. They built maybe the Russian community built a Orthodox church cathedral in Tokyo. It's very interesting. It has become quite a tourist attraction, that building. What else? What else? And today, I'm not sure where I should go. Maybe I go to Shibuya, or maybe I go to Enoshima today. Those are the places that I usually go on weekends. Enoshima, Shibuya, and maybe Odaiba. Odaiba is also a good place. I like Odaiba because I like Odaiba and Enoshima because it's seafront, in front of the sea, so you can see the sea. So it's very beautiful. What else? What else? Work. Yes, I talked about work and walks. What I do on weekends. Usually to walk. I go to Tokyo and Enoshima. Those are the two places. I never go any place else. I never try to travel. I could travel, go to more distant places in Japan, take the Shinkansen, the bullet train, but never. I'm too tired, I think. Too lazy to go anywhere else. So, hello. Today is December 25, 2016, and today I went to Shibuya, and there was a festival. I don't know exactly what, but there was oyster. There was a place selling oysters, and it was very, very good, very cheap, very good. Yaki oyster, yakikaki, fried oysters. They're delicious. It's very difficult to find oysters here in Japan, at least cheap, affordable, reasonable prices oysters. So usually I buy at the supermarket, or I don't know, try to find these places that sell oysters at cheap prices.